Good afternoon. So I am an elected official. I serve on the town board of Hillsborough over in Orange County. And it turns out that people who run for elected office have political opinions. So I'm going to give it to you wholeheartedly. Here's the thing. Your food council needs to be involved in local government. But you scream, politics is unsavory and all we want to do is just grow food and feed people healthy food and take care of our waste responsibly. But listen, all politics is this. The activities, actions, and policies that are used to gain and hold political power in government or to influence government. Activities, actions, and policies used to gain and hold power or influence government. That's it. Now, I assume that everyone gathered here came because you believe that looking at your county or your town through a food systems lens has real potential for all sorts of benefits for all sorts of people involved in some way with food. Can I also say, it's safe to say that all of us have met and sat and talked and met and sat and talked and then met and sat and talked some more and then thought we have so much potential, but when are we actually going to do something? One of the most viable paths to the doing part of the great ideas and minds involved in food council work is gaining and holding political power. Your local governments are the ones making the land use decisions, economic development decisions, public school decisions, transportation decisions, local public health decisions, garbage decisions. All of these areas are directly connected to food systems work. And if food councils aren't part of those conversations, then your community and the food council are missing out. Now, having a link to those decision makers is critical to food council success. And on the Orange County Food Council, we have farmers, people working in food scarcity, public health, economic development, chefs, and more. Plus, we have elected officials on the council from the town boards of Hillsborough, that's me, Carborough, Chapel Hill, and the Orange County Board of Commissioners. These give us a direct link to the entities setting the priorities and budgets for our local food systems. Not only are these officials responsible for budgetary decisions, but also for setting the tone and leadership on social and racial equity. In some communities, that challenge is getting elected officials just to acknowledge that systemic racism is even a problem. That was the first slide. In Orange County, the problem is more about having elected leaders who want to take the racial equity training, pat ourselves on the back, and call it a day. If racial equity is a priority for your council, which it should be, then gaining and holding political power is essential to advancing that cause, which I would argue is a moral imperative for every council of everything. While we're breaking down unhealthy patterns like systemic racism, a whole new way of looking at things, such as food systems work, can be a powerful opportunity. Depending on your community, it may be more advantageous not to have elected officials on the council, but to hold forums, attend meetings, Lord, please attend the meetings, and hold them accountable come election time. But I think every council should at least consider having elected folks on your council so that they know what your food council does and can advocate for the council and inform the council's work from the town board or county commissioner's view. Why does making this connection feel so urgent to me? Because if you haven't noticed, things are not going well at higher levels of government. I don't think that food councils are the new cool thing in Washington right now. All of the institutions at the federal level that food councils might logically look to for support are being either dismantled from the inside out or have a purely corporatist, that is to say, decidedly non-food systems orientation. Things are better at the state level, but in all honesty, I think the odds are better that all of you wonderful people and organizations need to show and teach from the bottom up. We need you. We need us. It's true that politics can be distasteful, but with local government, it's more likely to just be tedious. And if you understand how the system works, how the rules are made, you can use that insight to move the needle in a favorable direction. It's been a lot of work to get the Orange County Food Council going, but we have direct access to each elected board, which has made the process easier. And we're now on the verge of having a permanent coordinator housed in the county and funded locally. Main takeaway, part of this story to success, that is, remember, gaining and holding political power, is getting to the table, being at the meetings, and political accountability. To quote directly from the North Carolina State Constitution, All political power comes from the people. Thank you.